they're really hard to get a job.
Wait. So that was the old days.
And maybe even AI-generated videos or AI-generated creators.
Like when somebody steals my bank card, I don't want to be on a chatbot.
You still need the human eye because
There's one thing I've learned being in this industry is there ain't no shortcuts.
I don't disagree with Leanne very much, but I'm going to do it right here.
I don't think it's time to panic. Get your shit together and get it right is basically the moral of that story.
Let's start from one of the most interesting questions from my side. Because all these AIs, agents, and etc., there are a lot of agents that can find emails, make outreach, even I'm not sure they can negotiate basic terms, but they can at least do something. What do you think, mates, if affiliate manager job will disappear in the future, will be dead? Or there is some things that human can manage and AI can't? Istvan, your thoughts? What do you think?
nice giving me the first round.
Yeah.
The simple answer, no, definitely not a replacement for the affiliate manager's role. Just a general answer. Yes, you can make some tasks lighter, so it takes off workload. You can speed things up, but it's definitely not going to take away the role of an affiliate manager. I remember you were thinking something in the lines of, is this going to eradicate the junior affiliate manager role? I don't think it will eradicate it, but it will, or it should, in theory, speed up the process of the learning curve of a junior. So they can, instead of having to manually, like back in the day, let's just give a little throwback to back in the day, okay? So basically, I think all of us here can relate. If you wanted to find some nice quality websites, if they're not in the, let's just use content as a general one. Instead of having tools like you have now, shout out to Appistash. right. But basically, instead of back in the day, we didn't have tools like that, and then you kind of had to use the Alien. Basically, back in the day, instead of having all these tools, you'd go through the affiliate network database of affiliates. You would, I guess, at some point run into blocks because you can't find anything anymore. And then you typed in, let's say, the most valuable keywords or keywords that you want to be found on as a brand. And then you look at content websites. So that was, wait. So that was the old days, right? So that was like what I like to call the initiation of an affiliate manager, because you have to go through the dirt. You have to kind of be able to know what to find. But now these tools are basically making your life a lot easier. So you can find a lot of different types of websites instead of just focusing on content, instead of going to YouTube, doing the same basic thing. Now you have tools doing that for you. So you can instantly talk or reach out. Let's just keep it simple. Just reach out to a bunch of websites. But and guys, please correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but you still need the human eye, because we now have so many, I don't know if we're allowed to curse on this or not, but let's just say bad websites, thanks to AI and thanks to that kind of generation. So the agents, they can find you websites, but they don't really know if it's a quality website, because you can still stuff it with certain keywords, because those tools are usually doing it based on keywords or certain, let's say, matching parameters that it fits a certain niche, whatever. You still need somebody that actually knows. They go and see, so this is not a fake website, it's a legit website, we can actually work with them. If you reach out to 1,000 affiliates, there's a big chance that a big bunch of them inside of the outreach are going to be like fake websites that on paper, that they look good if you use an automated scraping system or tool, but in reality, it's just a fake website front for a bunch of other stuff, so you can't really know unless you have experience in how to filter things out. So that's just to quickly answer the question, is no, it will definitely not eradicate the affiliate manager's role, and it's definitely not going to eradicate the junior's role, because they still have to go through that. So even if you outreach to 1,000 websites thanks to tools, They will find good ones, but they will also find bad ones, and you need to be able to filter out, and you need to learn how to filter those out. So that's just
Okay. And Leanne, you also from an agency side. What do you think about all these AI agents, AI outreach, etc.? Will really affiliate manager junior job disappear in the future, or will it evolve? Because right now, at the moment, I see a lot of junior positions. For example, in IT industries, they're really hard to get a job. What will be,
So I think, and I'm gonna call on my years and years and years of experience and show my age here now. But if you remember back in the early 2000s when I started out in the internet, people would sit and say that they would never use their mobile phone to access the internet, and this is a really common thing that I'm talking about right now, because back when innovation was happening, it was hard to see how things are going to pan out. And it's exactly the same right now with AI. We need to adopt new tools, find new ways to use them. And a lot of what Istvan was saying there is correct. We are going to be testing things. We are going to be using these tools to see how we can make our lives more efficient, get things done faster. But ultimately, and I do believe in this particular part of digital, we are still working with people. You are still working with other SME business owners that are running their affiliate businesses, that are media buyers, whatever kind of affiliate they are, user-generated content creators. Ultimately, I don't think that the affiliate manager role is going to be replaced by AI. I do think we will integrate and adopt these AI tools as they get developed and made in order to test and see how we can make our lives more efficient. But I don't think that a junior account manager role is going to change. I think we'll still have junior account managers who are new to the job, who are learning the tools, learning the skills, but we still have to manage people in this role. It's not like SEO where you are managing a search engine, you are managing another human. So think about it, and maybe this is just my age gap because I'm a lot older than some of you, but I still want to speak to a human when there's a problem. Like when somebody steals my bank card, I don't want to be on a chatbot finding out whether somebody's spent, $10,000 on my credit card yet. I want to talk to somebody at the bank and go, have you solved this problem, and is my card now cancelled? And I think we need to be very ethical about how we implement AI. And there's a lot of, rules and regulations and things happening in Europe right now in terms of what is good practice for AI tools, what data should be shared through AI tools. But I think we have to just kind of use common sense and move forward with what feels right for you and your business. I don't think it's time to panic. That's just my take on that subject.
Okay. Well, makes sense. And I completely agree that we have to adapt. And we will, of course. Marketers always adapt the first.
I do think that AI coming into the industry is also going to help affiliate managers to specialize, because it is becoming really difficult now to be an affiliate manager that can manage B2B partners, content creators, SEO, AEO, kind of like media publishers. I think what we might see is, like we did back in the early 2000s, back then you could be a specialist in digital. Now you're a specialist in either search, paid, affiliate, whatever category of digital you want to be in. And I think the same is going to happen. The industry is going to evolve, and you're going to become you might even be an AI affiliate manager specialist, and you will only deal with the AI tools if that's the way that you're inclined. So I think it's just too soon to tell, really.
I agree with both of them completely. Like, AI can enhance the outreach, but the replies on the calls, they got to be somebody humanized. And I don't fear for the junior AM. If anything, I'm fearing for the senior AM, really. Like, it's easier to hire somebody with a lot of personality using AI tools that is smart with their outreach, that can handle this program, and not pay somebody a whole lot of money to run that program. I'm scared for senior AMs, but what I'm most scared of is for bad affiliate managers. Bad affiliate managers are the ones that are not going to have jobs. The people that have personality, the people that can build the trust with partners, the people that have people in their phone that they can call upon when they get a new client and talk to them and get them on a call, those are the guys that are going to survive, and the ones that are adapting to AI more than anybody are the guys that are going to be working in this industry 10 years from now.
Yeah,
Fair point.
yeah.
And I just also wanted to say real quick that I think the word AI is a bit overhyped as well. It's mostly just automation in most of the cases. We don't actually have AI nowadays. Maybe I'm a little bit crude in this one, but it's just a bunch of scrapers and a bunch of just database, they call it data warehouses of collecting
Yeah.
information. And it's packaged as AI, but it's not actually actively thinking for
Yeah,
us.
sure.
It's just thinking based on what we know, right? So the more we feed it, that's why, guys, be careful when you feed GPT, Gemini, or whatever, man, with the information, because they are picking that stuff up, and you're going to be basically making yourself redundant by feeding it all that information. So it's literally working off information we have. So honestly, I don't know. There's a bunch of different affiliate types also that the AI cannot find for you. So I kind of agree with Dustin as well, but on the other hand, the more senior you are, so it kind of goes hand in hand. If you do have the context and you do know, let's just say e-commerce, you can use 18 different type of affiliates, 18. None of the affiliate finder tools basically can find all 18 types. It's almost impossible, at least right now, and I don't think they will be in the next couple of years, even no matter how fast it goes. And yeah, AI is just, I don't know, it's overhyped. It's a bunch of automation. So agents as well, it's just like a huge automation, actually.
If there's one
Yeah.
thing I've learned being in this industry is there ain't no shortcuts. And if you are doing shortcuts, it's short-term gains as well. Like, this industry is hard work. It's elbow grease. It's putting in the time. It's building those relationships. It's understanding who's in the industry, going to lots of events. I mean, all of us here go to 20 plus events a year just to go and meet and greet new partners. It's hard work. That's what this is. There's no getting around it. AI is not going to change the hard work. You still need to do the work.
Definitely.
100%.
And let's move on to the next question, and it's related to search engine. For decades, for sure, content was a king. And right now, it's drastically changing. AI overviews. I know that a lot of websites, their traffic drops by 14, 50, 16%. And will survive content affiliate model, or is it dead completely nowadays?
If we don't get regulation, honestly, so please, guys, chime in on this one. But I think regulation we need it for this because it's an existing business model. And what essentially is now happening is LLMs are literally just like hijacking the business model that exists, taking free information out there and leaving people stranded. Basically, people have put money into this, time and energy, and now LLM comes along and basically just says, "Oh, thank you for the free information. We just poop it out." Again, like going back to the other point is, it's based off information we feed it. So the information you get from an LLM is mostly based on stuff that's out there on the internet. In most cases, at least nowadays, it's like somebody's an affiliate somewhere, actually, right? So in a lot of cases, unless we get regulations put in place, what I'm thinking is, for example, if LLM gives you like an output for based on a content's website, it should give like a little snippet. So like start giving the answer to the question and then cut it off and say, to view the full information, visit this website. And then you again drive the clicks to the actual affiliate website, and there you monetize again. And I'm not even getting into the point of like LLM opening up an affiliate network to track and make all these deals, because then eventually we're going to go into the same, I think, hopefully. I mean, this is speculation, situation where we are right now.
Yeah.
So then you have sorry.
But the main point,
GPT affiliate network, Gemini affiliate network, Anthropic affiliate network, etc.
The main point was that a lot of affiliates, they were organic driven affiliates, a lot, for decades, really. And right now they have to adapt. They need to do something more, right? Who will survive? What do you think?
So I've been saying for years, and if you actually go back and look, like every year I do like my crystal ball on what's happening in the world of affiliate. For years, I've been saying that affiliates now need to become data owners and data processors, because pushing people from one side to another is not going to be enough to earn that money. And now this year it's actually pivotal. So affiliates need to adapt their business plans, their business strategies. They're no longer arbitrageurs, because if they are, their revenue is just going to be depleted through AI search. They need to start working with brands to figure out where do they add value in the customer funnel, and they need to be requesting different commission structures. So for example, we're already looking at how do we commission affiliates for brand citation in LLM. So they're not going to get commission on the final sale, but they're going to get that little bit of money for the visibility, and that then in turn also forces affiliates to become more innovative in terms of the products and the solutions that they're offering to consumers. Where is their value? It's no longer in pushing somebody down the funnel. It's now actually in owning the customer and bringing that customer to a brand. So I think we're going to see a lot of publishers rethinking the way that they commercialize their business. And we're going to also see a lot of publishers, the ones that really want to dig in and kind of build their businesses, become tech innovators. That's what I'm seeing from my side of the space.
Julian, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I've been listening like very closely, and I think there are a couple of answers to this. So one thing is how the LLMs or AI providers are going to bring in monetization into the game, and this is going to be we're going to see this in 26, right? There are talk about ads, about possible affiliate links, and so on and so forth. Because if publishers are left out and they have no way of having a reliable monetization form, then there's like this negative feedback loop, right? So, and Leanne, you mentioned that you're considering, having some visibility over AI mentions of affiliates, but you're one agency, right, managing a limited amount of programs. So how many thousands of programs don't have this capability, and it would rely on an industry-wide solution in order to offer this to all of these publishers and programs. But you mentioned the over-reliance of SEO and organic traffic for a lot of these publishers, and I think we all see a pivot and a shift towards also social creators, video creators, right, live creators, that have, I think, a better position than all of the SEO creators, because they can offer something that is harder to replicate by LLMs or summaries. Because what they do, they transform text into a more structured text. So what do you do with video? Like, does AI recreate videos and then or just feature the videos on their platform? So I think there's going to be a need for end consumers to still follow social creators and follow their profiles and see the videos, because on these social platforms, they can see content they cannot possibly see in AI summaries or LLM tools. So I think they are better positioned. And we're seeing this in the industry as well, that brands are looking more and more towards social creators, and they have a story to tell. And they might have a story to tell that maybe comparison websites or listicles, have been telling for 20 years. But this story is, I mean, it's very easy to summarize with LLMs right now. So what do we do?
Well, I think we're
So this is
yeah,
one
we're
angle.
already seeing tech solutions move into this space, because I think recently I read Impact has already launched the capability of actually incentivizing on the LLM citation. So, I think that naturally, because this is so new, the whole industry is going to have to catch up. All the tech providers are going to start to create the product, the service models, the commission incentives. There's going to be a phase of test and see. But I like what you've said about video content creators, because if you think about who you're targeting as your customer, like for example, my kid, he's 14, like he doesn't ever go on Google, ever. Me, I still go on Google and look for stuff, but like he doesn't. He's like, Mom, Google lies. Google, like I don't, I can't trust what you put in Google, so I go on TikTok and this one and that, and I ask my friend and I do this. So I think that customer fragmentation of where and how do you find products and services, that is going to have to become much more important in your affiliate program strategy in terms of where you spend your money, because the traditional segmentation mix of a program isn't going to work anymore. It's going to be disrupted.
Google does lie. Google goes to the biggest The biggest bidder, right? Whoever's going to make them the most money is going to get at the top of that SERP.
Actually, a lot. I've seen that right now. A lot of brands they start. They launch their Google Ads account again because previously they stopped, and right now more and more brands start paying Google again because of all these overviews, etc. Their organic traffic drops, and they just need to get some leads.
Well, the other thing is also don't get misled by the hype. So we actually published an article on Afterverse a couple of weeks ago about the intent of customers that are following AI search. You still want to be going after where the clicks are happening and the sales are converting. So just because brand citation is important, yes, it is a part of your program. But right now, I wouldn't be diversifying all of my money to get into LLM brand search because I still want to have customers that click and purchase and check out. So, just like start looking at your data and start thinking about where are customers coming in, what channels are they looking at before they actually get to your product purchase page, and start spending your money in the parts that are still bringing you the customers. Like that's ultimately the short-term goal is, yeah, all of this that we're talking about is great, but where is the monies at? Show me the monies, because that's why you want to be working with affiliates. So just keep your head clear on what your objective is in your program as well.
Yeah.
But that's why just as long Google is one of the biggest fish out there, they still invest in paid search, right? That's one of the most oldest thing. I mean, it's been happening 10 years ago as well. To get more reach, you invest into Google. So you give Google more money, obviously, right? But that is still where the vast majority of searches are coming from with by intent. So like to Leanne's point, actually a lot of the LLM searches, they're not actually by intent, right? So they're not even there yet. So then indeed, so literally just going off of what Leanne said, it's actually really true. And then funny enough is also what Julian said, in terms of video content creators, there's actually a bunch of review websites, comparison sites that also have their own social channels, organic, and they also put money into that page too. So that already exists as well. You just have to tap into it. So yeah, just to answer the questions, like to diversify and then all these elements what's already been mentioned, it's actually already happening to a great extent. I just wanted to throw that out there. So just keep spending money in Google while Google's still the biggest and big. And then, just see with your content guys that aren't willing to or can't spend on paid, see if they have social pages, because actually a lot of them do, and see if you can do something with that traffic as well. So, yeah.
Okay, as you mentioned, three of you mentioned influencers. What do you think? Is it really some kind of influencer bubble maybe exists already? And more importantly, actually, I would like to know what about rewards, because influencers, they demand flat fees mostly, because of course it's kind of hard to connect them with the final sales, right? And affiliates, mostly they work on CPA offers. And does it mean that who will win in these creator models, flat fee plus rev share, or performance-based rewards? What do you think? Ishtvan?
Depends on the size of the influencer, and depends. Depends on the size.
Finally, it's always evolving, because affiliate marketing started from pay only for sales. Right now, it's evolving because we've seen a lot different type of attributions. Right, we are paying not only for last click, but even for through view conversions, etc. It's evolving, but will eventually influencers start working with based on sales only? Because, for example, in US, they used to work like this and get flat fee. But in Europe, most of the brands, not affiliates, most of the brands, they would like to pay by performance only.
Honestly, it's just based on the size of the influencer. So I don't think that this is really like that. So so the size of the influencer defines also kind of, they can set their own terms. So the smaller the influencer, I think this still holds true, and I think it will for the next couple of years for sure. The smaller the influencer, the more chance you have to just get away with performance-based, so just with CPAs or CPS, even with percentages, right? In the US, a bit less on CPS, on commission from percentage of the sale. In Europe, that's a little bit more achievable, obviously. but the bigger they get, the more you have to invest. And then we get to part two, is authenticity. So now with AI in the game, I think you guys have seen how much AI video is out there already as well, right? So are you really going to pay an influencer fixed fees if they only create AI type content? No, I want the authentic real person talking to their audience. Then I'm willing to pay a little bit more for them to actually go out and create the content, send them some samples, let them create their own content around that speaks to that specific audience. And the bigger they get, the more it depends again also on engagement rate, stuff like that. So I don't know. To me, it's like depending on the size of the influencer and the authenticity. Are you actually going to create the content yourself, or are you going to use AI to create video? Like I'm very allergic to all those. I mean, a lot of media buyers use AI video, but I'm super allergic to all these.
Okay.
I don't know, fake videos. I can instantly see them, and I'm not going to pay fixed fees for that anyway as a brand.
Dustin, you are representative in the US because from us you're only from US. What will you say?
Creators that have distribution are going to require flat fees, but the ones that actually have influence are going to be more willing to accept the CPA. And what I mean by that is creators that know how to set up a right and correct call to action at the end of their videos and get people to drive towards the website rather than just making the video and like going to nowhere are going to be the ones that you want to work with in the end. So they're also creating awareness, but you're also capturing a sale at a much higher click working with these types of influencers. And I think one of the big people, maybe my favorite follow online is Sarah Adam over at Wix. She is one of the best follows on LinkedIn, and she is showcasing how you can work with creators and how to judge whether the contract, she's willing to pay sponsorship to anybody and work with the ones that know how to close in the end. And that's who she continues to work with on a CPA basis after she gets that initial sponsorship. And that's a hugely great practice for all affiliate managers that can get some kind of budget out there to start investigating whether or not these influencers are going to be closers or if they're just brand awareness or neither.
Okay. Julian.
But not every brand has spend 20K to spend on a test.
Not every brand.
Yeah.
But anyway, Julian, how it's going in Germany?
Well, I think Europe is now getting the reality that you sometimes require fixed fees as well. But I don't see a reality in affiliate marketing with creators that is purely on CPA, with all the things that have happened in the last 10 years, like with GDPR, ITP, like cookie consent, and now AI summaries. You track less and less, right? So why would an influencer with this development go to CPA again? I think it's not going to happen anytime soon. So, and I also thought about a scenario where for some influencers, and I had a small conversation with Istvan about it, where it makes sense for some influencers to completely move to a brand ambassador program, working very closely with a brand, getting sponsorships and paid tenancies. If the tracking in the program is not really bulletproof and consistent, right? So I think some smart creators will, if they see that tracking for the programs and for the clients they are working with or are bound to work with just with the nature of products that they are promoting, if they see, okay, tracking is not there, then I'm going to just, suggest a paid components and they work like kind of like models or like big influencers or TV influencers in the past that made TV commercials. Unless there's going to be a new development in tracking and maybe AI summary tracking, whatever, and maybe even AI generated videos or AI generated creators when they are coming into the play, right? Because the images and videos are going to get better and better. So, and maybe Gen Z and the younger generations don't really care about genuine human beings sponsoring or promoting the products, but they just want some cool content out there. Who knows? Like we are a different generation, and who knows how the younger generations are going to buy and consume content. So it's going to be just an exciting year 26, and after also the other 4 years until the end of the decade. But well, we'll see what happens, and we'll adapt like always.
Yeah. And actually, I'm going to throw the most controversial question. With a lot of us complaining about last click attribution for the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And 80-90% of all programs still used last click attribution. Does it mean that the industry is kind of lazy to change, or it's multi-touch attribution is just a myth because of all these GDPRs and Google, TikTok, Meta, etc.? All of them earn more, making this less transparent. Leanne?
Who's earning
I was
more?
going to say, Ishvan, this one's right up your alley because I know you're really passionate about it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask. I wasn't going to say anything. I just wanted to ask who's earning more. I didn't catch the last part of the question. Like who's actually? What do you mean?
Does it mean that the industry of creating multi-touch attribution is kind of lazy? Because, of course, some kind of multi-touch attribution platforms exist, but kind of small amount. And a lot of programs, they use only last click, like 90%. Why so? Istvan, you will be the last because I know that you have a lot of it. Leanne, let's start from you.
I think, the industry currently works on last click because that's the way it's always been. However, things have evolved since, affiliate first started. And you only really need to be looking at multi-touch attribution if you're a huge international conglomerate. You spend multiple millions in other digital channels. You really want to start niching down and trimming the fat off of your cost per acquisition for a consumer to purchase your products, and you have the data and the capabilities to actually start modeling that out. If you're a small e-commerce brand new to market using affiliate to expand your reach outside of paid Facebook ads and the usual direct to consumer stuff that you're doing, like, you don't even need to be looking at this stuff just yet because your program's probably not big enough to have a massive impact on it, and your budget probably isn't big enough to have a massive impact on it. Where it becomes tricky is when you want to start working with voucher code, loyalty sites, but then your tech solution should be able to advise you on how best to set that up so that, cookies only override, the whole funnel process is figured out. And, companies like Awin, everybody has their own kind of like methodologies and stuff, and you can get advice on that as well. But I think it's a hot talking topic that everybody talks about. And yes, it has its place. Yes, it does make a difference when you're talking about massive budgets across multiple channels. But if you're just a small fry program that's, kind of dipping your toe in affiliate marketing, last click still works for you, in my opinion. But that's just me.
I don't disagree with Leanne very much, but I'm going to do it right here. This is a rare breed here because I love everything she produces. But yes, to answer your question, last click is super lazy. It amazes me in 2025 that 90% of this ecosystem is still on a last click attribution, where multi-touch is the future. Like, our industry created influencers seeking sponsorships because we allowed coupon sites to run wild and convert at 25% and stand in front of cash registers handing out coupons to people that were going to check out because of that influencer that was going to close that sale, but we didn't give them the tools to go and do it. And if I'm out there creating a perfect affiliate program today, I'm bucketing attribution into everything. So if an influencer and a publisher both touched it, I'm going to split that attribution and offer a commission to any affiliate in there. Even if like PPC and email all touched it, we're bucketing it in. We're giving proper attribution across our marketing channels, but we're still paying our influencers and affiliate partners a full commission because I want to encourage people to be coming in and joining our program and being a part of it. So, in conclusion, like, if you can handle it, if you have somebody that understands
Yes.
how to handle a multi-attribution system, invest in them. And you cannot just put a junior affiliate manager in this and
So
make it work.
this is my point. It's not about the tracking, it's about the strategy.
Yeah.
If you are
Okay.
strategy deficient and you still want to launch an affiliate program because you want to diversify out of your paid Facebook ads, and I'm talking this is like entry level stuff, last click is fine for you to get going and to get your program live and to get everything, you know, around the block so you can test the channel and see if it works for you. When you start getting a little bit more sophisticated, you need to have the strategy in place to manage exactly what Dustin has just said. So where are you in your life cycle? Where are you in your affiliate journey? At the very beginning, yeah, you can afford to be a little bit lazy and go test the channel with last click. If you're a mature brand, no, you can no longer be lazy and get your attribution in place and or find somebody who can do it for you. It's the strategy that is the problem, not the tracking, because the tracking is available. It's, you know, 10 years ago, the tracking wasn't necessarily available for multi-touch attribution, but it is now. So it's the human, it's not the computer. You know what I mean?
Julian, do you have some words to say? If not, we will going to continue with Istvan.
On mute, bud.
Because I know that Istvan it's your favorite.
Yeah, you're last, Istvan.
Nah, Julian, go for it, man.
So first of all, I think the 90% number is interesting. I wonder where this number came from, because there are some networks, and I think Impact just published something some days ago that claim that it's I think it's more than 40 or 50% that consider non-last click tracking, or that the program on non-last click, and have
but still use 90 of them use last click.
well, yeah. So, but I think there's a general tendency towards non-last click in industry. I just don't know like how fast and maybe what industries and niches are changing. Maybe there are some industries that are just more tech focused, like SaaS programs and or software programs that have just more capabilities and also know their stuff and already start programs, even if it's like startups or startup programs that have a different setup from the beginning than versus a just e-com fashion brand that has a 20-year-old program that just doesn't change anything, because there's still a lot of these last click programs out there. Yes, I think last click is lazy, but I mean there are all sorts of political internal reasons and fights why these technical options that we have are just not executed, right? There's this reality as well, because it's theoretically feasible, but for some reason it's not done, and it just takes time. So eventually, publishers will also shift, and you see this also on Reddit conversations or LinkedIn conversations where there are publishers that are vocal about it, that move away from programs because there's just a lack of
data,
innovation, lack of data, lack of just change. So I think publishers need to just voice their opinions more, and there have been also in conferences publishers that have been doing that. So yeah, there's going to be some change. It's just a matter of how fast and who's gonna be on that train as well.
Okay, Istvan, it's your time. I know that you
No,
implement this multi attribution a lot. I think but at least you try to implement it. And I know I totally agree with Leanne actually. If you're a small brand, it's not worth to use multi-touch because you don't have resources, right? From your experience, maybe from your thoughts, what is the budget for start thinking about multi-touch attribution, and what do you think about it at all from your experience, right? Maybe like for brands with I don't know, like for brands with 10k monthly, it's not worth it, but maybe 50 What do you think?
Oh, okay, dude, that's actually a really good question. So, just I don't know if I can slap a number on it right now because it differs per brand and stuff. But like realistically, 10, 20K in commissions is not really. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, so in commissions would already be enough reason. So technically, so just let's just take a rough number, 20 K in commissions. That's like 200K, just a 10% commission, right? That it's 240K affiliate revenue per month, which is like what, almost 3 million in revenue. And if affiliate is like 6-7% of the overall revenue, the company is doing 8-figure revenue, right? So that's just a rough estimate, just a rough calculation. In my opinion, you should already be thinking about this. If I'm just being honest, the thing is, at least what I think, the reason why this isn't really happening at scale is because we are still selling affiliates as an industry as a performance-based channel. So this is like one of the key problems to this whole thing. Why do you guys think that we still can't switch in the majority of cases to like a CPC type model, for example, for like upper funnel traffic, right? So that starts to become part of, but it's still mixed with performance-based, and your whole overall channel is still usually last click, right? Because you lose a bunch of traffic along the way. So you start paying some guys like, I don't know, You Furnish, Mark Andrews. They're a good example as well. Or what's it called? I forgot his name from Soul Supplier. They start demanding CPCs because they lose the traffic. So brands are still kind of expecting to get a bunch of free traffic along the funnel. And when you ask them, yeah, but your Google traffic doesn't convert most of the time, your Meta traffic doesn't convert, you're not going to skip those invoices. I've been like sounding like a dead horse or whatever the expression is, right? But this is legit a problem in the industry. Like we're treating affiliate as a purely acquisition channel when actually, like in the recent 6 to 9 months, I've had several cases where we literally can show with data. And this is where we get to the second part of answering the question is, especially when you're doing 10, 20 million in annual revenue as a company online, you should have this data. You should have already developers in house, or you should hire them to set this infrastructure up, in my opinion, because then you can treat this thing not just multi-touch attribution within the program. That's one thing. You have multi-touch attribution across the full digital spectrum, and that's where it becomes annoying and more complex. Is because you have to, Leanne. I don't want to keep going. I just wanted to let you go quick because I don't know. I guess to wrap this up is just to say, you can't expect top funnel. If you want a top funnel program, you can't run it purely on last click and expect all that traffic to convert, because it's going to convert somewhere down the line. In a lot of cases, if you have that data, like we have it, and I've actually gone to brands and they said, how come we're seeing only 25% in GA4? I said, first of all, you don't have a proper data warehouse, like your BigQuery, SQL, all that stuff. You don't have it set up. Like you're not actually measuring the correct attribution path. Second of all, let's just use the tool that we do have within the network. You can clearly see that most of our traffic is top mid-funnel. So obviously it's going to convert through branded traffic, through your retargeting efforts, through your email campaigns, a bunch of other stuff. And then we're basically like catching all that free warming up of clients, and then you're not going to pay anything for it, right? So in my opinion, it is lazy, and it has to do with the fact that we're not educating clients enough to tell them, hey guys, but we're actually feeding the funnel quite often as well, rather than just closing things, let's say with a cashback. There it makes sense that they're last click, and they're much more last click, much more accurate with your attribution tools. So yeah, I don't know.
But again, this comes down to strategy, because if you're not an affiliate expert and you're paying top dollar for conversion on top of funnel brand awareness affiliates, then you're the idiot because you haven't set your commission structures correctly. So it isn't about, and some some clients that I work with, they don't spend in other channels. They are only spending their budget through affiliate, and they are using affiliates for paid, for search, for reviews, for cashback, loyalty. All of their digital is through the performance channel. They don't have any other channels.
But Leanne, but you're creating a full customer journey with those affiliates, right? So that's the whole point, is you're spending exactly.
So again, it doesn't come down to the tracking. It comes down to the human that is figuring out how the tracking should work. So I guess the moral of my story here is, don't think that you can take on an affiliate program if you don't have the skills, because bro, you're going to get burnt. Like we've just explained how, so you really do need to have strategy with this. Otherwise you're just you're literally cannibalizing your own marketing efforts if you are spending outside of the performance channel. So get your shit together and get it right is basically the moral of that story, I think.
And the model isn't just the lazy part. It can be affiliate managers and brands as well who just think that this is easier to get to and get online. So it's everybody's fault for driving this monster to where it is today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not easy to collect the data in the back end to actually make this as well work. Like just a quick example, we have a brand that we can see. I wish that we could we have the data, but we're actually not connecting it yet. And this is like a 9-figure brand, and beats me why they haven't made sure that we can actually. So and this is server side tracking, right? So why are we not sending those events to the individual publishers for their contribution along the funnel without blowing up the overall cost of acquisition? We can do it. Like we have the tech. Like doesn't matter how many times I try to explain it. It's too much effort. It gets put in the back seat because again, I think we're going back to the initial answer is still trying to get free traffic without having to pay for everything. And I think that's a huge problem
And
in the
also
industry
because
as well.
data isn't sexy. It's only sexy to the people that care about it. So when you take all of this data to a client, you go, look, we can save you 20%. All we have to do is this development, that development. They look at you and sometimes they go, yeah, like that's going to be on the back burner for the next 5 years because we've got all of this product development that needs to happen. So everything in its own pace, in its own time. Our jobs as affiliate managers or agencies or whoever we are, consultants, is to make sure that we are doing the best for the client with the budget that we have. And that isn't sometimes easy because there's a lot of other things that we need to navigate and think about and other departments that we need to work with. We're not an island on our own in affiliate anymore. It's not a channel, it's a payment mechanism. So
I keep saying that, but yeah.
It's a partnership.
Nice.
Everything starts and ends with a partnership. I think that's why all agencies and consultant exist. But actually, it's quite interesting point. Will in future will be more in-house affiliate teams, or brands would rather work with agencies? Because I know that a lot of brands, they don't like agencies. Why? Because for example, some paid agencies, ACO agencies, they're not so great. There are just a few good agencies. I think the same with affiliate, but in affiliate, if you are not so good as affiliate agency, you will end up on a wayside for sure, because it's more performance driven agencies, right? Rather than media bars or ACO agencies. What do you think, mates? Will in the future be more in-house affiliate teams, or brands will still work with agencies? Julian, you are from consulting. Or okay, let's start from Leanne.
no, oh no, I mean, please,
I like
Julian,
it. You're
you
shaking
say.
your, nodding your.
I can tell you now, and this is my 2026 golden prediction happening right here on the 22nd of December 2025. With the economic climate that is happening, and I'm speaking from the UK now, I don't know about other countries, with the increase in taxes, with the increase in work, payment, minimum wage, whatever you want to call it, with the increased tax demands on small businesses, I can tell you now that agencies are poised for the best years of their lives because there's going to be job cuts, redundancies, and who's going to do all of this work other than the experts? So I think at this point, the belief that in-house teams are something that companies can afford, because who's going to educate these people and keep them on the bleeding edge, which is what agencies actually do. We have to continuously learn to keep ourselves ahead of what's coming. I don't think that companies, and if they can, they're multi big, huge international conglomerates that have internal teams. But a small e-commerce brand that's got a digital marketer that does kind of everything except performance, you're still going to be outsourcing to an agency, and you should be, because we've just explained how complex it is on this
Yeah.
webinar today. So if you think that you're capable of running an affiliate program and giving it to your social media manager to manage, you're going to be losing a lot of money next year. That's all I'm saying.
No. Of course, not to give in to your social media, because social media manager, it's a different person. They don't know how to work with affiliate. It's not about partnership, right? It's more about engagement, getting attention, etc. But partnership affiliate program, it's a different story. But okay, in UK, there is an increasing demand for agencies. Okay, what in Germany, Julian? Do you know?
Well, I would agree to some extent, but I would differentiate between these huge media agencies that run or that win the big pitches and run TV ads and out of home and all of this, and also do affiliate on the side. Like, well, there's a small team that does affiliate. Yeah, we sell you this service as well, right? I think these are going to have problems. However, the specialized teams that have deep knowledge in whatever a geo or in a niche, and that it can include AI, let's call them AI automations, whatever, right? So to be more efficient, I think these teams can still win business, because there will be the need for automations, because brands also want the stuff to be managed efficiently. So there's going to be the need for automations. But yeah, you still need the specialists that also have the phone numbers in their books, right, and can call their network and so on. So I think there is a differentiation between these big agencies and specialized small teams or consultants that have specialized knowledge.
Dustin, how's it going in US? Because I know that US always running in terms of marketing forward over the planet.
I think there's an untapped potential for agencies to be running programs here, and I'm not an agency myself. I am a referral partner to agencies that I believe in that are the right fit for a brand. When I get a lead that comes to me and it's like, "Hey, how should I build this affiliate program?" I'm like, do not hire an in-house agent, in-house person. Like, that is not how you launch a program, because you're now relying on one person with one strategy to take over the entire organization with this affiliate program, and it's a recipe for disaster if you don't hire the right person. So go to an agency who is going to be cheaper than an in-house affiliate manager. Get the strategy in place, let them run the program for 6 to 12 months at a minimum, see how they do, and then work towards getting an in-house manager to manage the relationships that exist down the line, and then keep that agency flow going for full-time recruitment, while this in-house affiliate manager can focus on nurturing the relationships that they have within the program. So I don't think agencies are. I think there's more opportunity for agencies and consulting than there ever was here.
I think it's also important to figure out, why are you hiring an agency? Is it an extra set of hands, as in like you just need somebody to do the administration work and you just want to kind of outsource it to somebody? Or are you actually hiring that agency to come in and tell you how to actually scale and grow the program, which is consultancy? Is it time for money or time for expertise, or money for expertise? There's two different types of agencies and two different reasons to hire them. So get very clear about what you want your agency to actually step in and do for you and what their brief is, rather than just hiring an agency because somebody tells you to. Like, be very clear about what kind of agency you want.
The last point, Ishwan, we will start with you. What is the one tactic, in your opinion, that works today will be completely dead and useless by the end of 2027, for example?
This one's easy, and I'll go for the easy one. Pure SEO based website.
For example,
like using affiliates, just I don't know, a comparison website. If you're using them purely for their SEO, there's no way. It just fluctuates way too much. Like, they need to invest in paid at least, or like one of the initial questions we had is they need to do other things as well. They can't just rely purely on SEO, because again, also their traffic can be taken away by LLM, stuff like this, right? So that's just the easiest one. Is this tactic is definitely not going to be. I don't think we'll be having this conversation that much anymore within the next couple of years at least. So by the end of 2027, you said,
Yeah.
right? The ecosystem is going to look way different by then. So it's definitely, I think that's going to be like you're gonna be pulling a dead horse if you're gonna keep trying to do pure SEO
Does it
affiliates.
mean that G2, Capterra, for example, they will lose a lot of money?
Well, I haven't checked into them, by the way, but I'm pretty sure they're running paid as well. Man.
Yeah, they're running paid inside their platforms, but not outside. Anyway, okay, let's.
It's Ishvan, are you saying pulling a dead horse?
Yeah.
It's kicking. Kicking is the word. Kicking.
Okay. Sorry, I used the Dutch translation. In Dutch, they say an adult paardtrekken, so you pull a dead horse. Like it's not budging, right?
Okay, Dustin,
I-
what about you? What is the one tactic that will dead and useless by the end of 2027?
I have no idea. Ishvan's idea there with SEO only is spot on. If I had a wish list, it would be coupon sites that are just simply trying to steal that last click. And 10 years ago, this was raging in our industry, and like now brands are becoming much more cognizant of how little incrementality coupon sites have stealing that last click. But my wish list is that coupon sites are pushing out the door. But I know that this reality won't happen by 2027. But I think the small steps towards that is what we're all looking for, essentially, so we can rely more.
High five, Dustin, on that one, man.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Okay, Julian,
that's my wish list.
what do you think? What will you say?
I think it's going to be the coupons, because it's like I don't want to criticize what these businesses achieved with their platforms and with their websites. However, like with today's technologies, it can be very easy to replicate something like this with scraping, with browser extensions, with agents browsing on their own and getting information, and maybe offering consumers these capability as well, right? If they have apps, and these agents can do this for the consumers while they sleep. So why would you have a website as a simple aggregator of promotions and coupons? So
And what about
I think
cashbacks?
yeah, it's a similar aggregator list or aggregating website, but there's some mechanism of paying out the transactions and the cashback to the user. So there's still some form of service because they have this this task to pay out something to the consumer. So I mean this is a service which is not easily that you cannot easily replicate, but so I think they will survive longer than the coupon websites, but then they're like this would be next if you have a linear development of technology and just the industry. So it needs to be something more that you offer to consumers, and so the social creators are doing this, right? They are imagining content, then they are preparing it. They are traveling, depending on what kind of creators they are. They're travel creators. They're traveling to different places. They have to invest upfront to fly to places. So this is something that is an effort from the creator side, right? So, and then if you compare that to the established business models like coupon websites, cashback websites, they did all the work years back. So all they are doing right now is plug in different advertisers and then getting some information on the website and then just leave it as it is. So I think these models will be the next one. I don't know if it's going to be 27, but these will be next.
You guys can't be using cashback and coupon in the same sentence. Two totally different business models.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it's just I was thinking in terms of how would you replicate the business model? What effort is needed to replicate it? So in this sense.
Leanne.
If I could
maybe
ask Santa for just one thing under my Christmas tree by the end of 2027, please, for the love of God, could we stop doing really, really bad mass spam cold call outreach emails that aren't even relevant to the person that you're sending? I mean, can we like deliver ourselves out of that evil? That's what I would like for the end of 2027.
yeah, spam cold emails, one of the worst. I have the special spam email account. I think everyone have it, right? Like special spam email account that you never go there just to sign up to something.
I love that Leanne actually mentioned that because this was literally end of last week. Received one. It was full of grammar mistakes. It was like spelling mistakes, targeting like completely the wrong niche. It's like you're talking, bro. Do you even know who you're talking to? Why this makes like exactly what you said, but it was. I was literally going to post about that one. The prime example of how not to outreach to somebody because that one was just Leanne. Maybe I'll send you a screenshot out. That was literally.
Dude, I get like hundreds of those
remind
a
me
day
of
in my
that.
inboxes. The amount of people that ask me if I want to be their affiliate, it cracks me up.
No,
Yes, that will be $1
I,
million, please. Like, yeah, no, just no, stop it.
I have sold so many Stash because of this, because I take that email and like, hey, not a bad email, but like your target is way off. You should be using Stash to like really hone in on the people that you're looking for. And then I flip that into a sale. So you guys can be affiliates every time you get that email, be an affiliate of Stash and turn that roses. Oh my God. I'm not going to do it.
That roast into a toast.
Smart move.
Nice one.
Exactly. I call that counter selling. It's like
it's
fun.
Beautiful.
It's fun to get cold emails or cold
sell
messages
back.
on LinkedIn, and then just sell back like, yeah, great idea, but what about my product?
Yeah, brilliant. Let's pray for it.